we're hearing sword, and off we go. Um, any particular reason why you're taking a break, or is it just like natural being playing a bit too much and it's just getting to you? Because I do get it. Like, I took a big break during the summer last year. Oh, it just depends what you want to do. Like, for story-wise, it's okay. Once you've done it, like I've said before, when you play these games, once you finish the game, unless you're a shiny hunter, there isn't too much to do. Um, really, they're not. But if you shiny hunt, there's plenty to do. That's pretty much. Fair enough. Well, that's okay. You can take the break. Like, I know a load of people that have taken breaks over the years and come back and enjoyed it again. Like, I imagine there might be a little bit of a spark when ZA comes out. Might bring you back to it a bit more. Yeah. But I get that if you're just shiny hunting and those are your shiny hunting hours, I get it completely why you would be exhausted of it. That's the main reason why I did set all this up, because I get very frustrated shiny hunting without a conversation. If I'm honest, like, I like to do something where I'm involved with other people doing shiny hunting. Because I tried doing it myself, and when you have bad days when you're doing it on your own, like as in you don't get anything, you're thinking that felt like a waste. So I don't know what that means. Welcome in, Pokemon. I haven't seen you for a while. How have you been? We've got a little bit further. Well, we started this brand new challenge on Saturday. So, I do a lot of the movie stuff. Back in the day, I used to play a lot of Football Manager. At the moment, I'm doing a little bit of Mario Kart. I went through those sim games quite a lot, but I just don't really enjoy most games anymore. I've always said the same. Yeah, so Pokemon, we are building a shiny living deck from scratch on the Switch 2. So we're restarting, or we've made a profile to play every single game again. And with that, we have a big thing to do. Yeah, Football Manager was way too much for me in the end. The newer games, I don't like the new EU rules. I'll be honest, they really turn me off the game. I wish you could get rid of them. Yes, this is the Switch 2. This is the first time I'm actually playing out in the wild on Sword and Shield on this game. Scarlet and Violet is like a different game. It's as simple as that. The world feel full. Mario is fantastic if you're playing with people. I think that's the key word. If you're playing with a lot of people, you're going to have so much fun. I've been playing with a streamer playing it, and he's doing, because it's 24 races, you can just do so much now, and you can have a proper laugh. Like, the knockout mode is fantastic. Like, one race you could be out in the first four, the next race you make it to the last four. I was going to do some streaming on it, but of my main viewers, I believe only one person has it, so we don't want to push everybody away if it's only me and that one person that are going to play it. That's what I'll play with the other streamers as such. But with this challenge, we're going to be doing a lot. If you know Neil, but he does well. I don't know which Neil. The person I've been playing with is Bradlaw. Yeah, I think it's that. And he's been doing big streams with a few other people, but I think yesterday they had 20 human players in the races. That's where that photo in the Discord came from, one of his streams. You can say his username, yeah, it's not a problem. As long as it's not a link, then it will be fine. Otherwise it won't work properly. Yeah, but the new Rainbow Road, I love. I'm not a fan of most Rainbow Roads, if I'm honest, but this one is just crazy, and it just goes on and on. Like, I love the fact you kind of drive to the next track as well. Oh, Neil Surreal, yeah, I know Neil. He does Mario Kart, does he? I don't think he had the Switch 2 yet. You may have. Leon, the champion. The poll didn't really help here. I think it was a draw. So I'll just take the fire one then. Okay, he may do. I know he's doing his big hardcore Nuzlocke challenge. Yes, that's Leon. He's the champion of Galar. I just call it Galar because it's funnier. So, for the reality of most of this is we are kind of trying to speedrun most of these games. There's no, like, desire to do it as a Nuzlocke or just beat it with level caps. It's like, we're going to go and get 6 Pokemon out of the DAs and just speedrun the hell out of it. Because that's fun. Well, it's sort of fun. It gets you through the game for what we need to do. We want to be able to get the shiny charm, especially in this game, to lower some of our odds, because at the end of the day, it is a bit too much for me. It's different to Scarlet or Violet, where we're going to do the Pokedex from scratch. We'll do one in Violet, do the Pokedex. Maybe on the Shield playthrough, we will then do the catching them all sort of style playthrough. So yeah. I see many play Sword and Shield Scarlet Violet, especially with Gigantamax and Rage, yes. Okay, this is the game that actually brought me back to Pokemon after probably about 15 to 20 odd years away from it. It was just seeing everything in a 3D world just was a bit more game breaking for me, just to make, because when you used to play Red, Yellow, and you just see the top down, you dreamt of a bigger open world, and while it's not perfect, seeing everything out in the wild is just so interesting. And I do like the town designs in this a lot, and I do wish the routes were a bit longer. Granted, like Glimwood Tangle is the best example. It's beautiful area. I would love to spend like ages walking through it, but it's like 5 steps and you're through. The desert area is quite unique with the cliffs and everything. The snow area is, again, too small. I do. That's my biggest complaint, is every route is way too small in this game. But if they were like a minimum of 5 minutes to walk through, they would be beautiful. It would be almost perfect, really. And welcome back, Dragon. I am noticing this looking a little bit better. Now, I know it's not one that was meant to have like a proper improve, but it looks a little bit cleaner around the edges on this game, if I'm honest, compared to what we were used to. But yeah, yes, it's the only way you can stream the Switch 2 is by docking it, sadly. I believe, anyway. Yeah, the wild area is nice. It's, again, the wild area you can see was a bit of an experiment. It is a bit like round and round, the circle area, like it's just grass quite a lot. I wish there was a bit more environment for each wild area rather than just a change of weather. But then this was like an experimental game, really. Like, I know some people theorise that it was actually a DS game that got pushed up. Fair enough. Apex is an interesting one. I'm not the best at shooting. I only do Fortnite at best. But when it's docked, it's pretty much exactly the same as the last Switch. It's just a little bit higher up at the top. That's the only difference. But when you play Sword and Shield, not Scarlet and Violet, you have at least 30 Pokemon. No, I think it's 30 Pokemon now on screen instead of just the 15 you would have before. It runs so well. It's almost like it should have been a Switch 2 title from day one. So yeah, that's another thing. It still has the same problems with level scaling, but the pure game of it is beautiful now. So there is that. It's true, but still, as a pioneer, it's the game done a really good job, laid out the route for Scarlet Violet. Yeah. This game gets more stick for other things other than what the wild area looks like. I think it gets more stick purely because of the Dexit stuff. People just decided they were going to hate it from day one. The story is a little bit weak because it's all happening in the background. You're not really involved in the story until like the very last minute. So there is that. But I like the fact that there are separate gym leaders per game. I think that's quite unique, quite entertaining. But I would have liked the alternative gym leaders to be the Champions Cup people you face. That makes sense. Because you face two, and then you face them again in the final. Those two should have become like it's Ghost and Fighting, so that should have been the alternative, and Rock and Ice, and that would have been really interesting. Because then it felt like you faced everyone, and it felt like the games were different worlds where people were at different levels when it comes to the Champions Cup. But I get why they didn't. I prefer facing one than the other. But again, it's part of the dual concept games, isn't it? Like, they've got to do something slightly different. Like, Scarlet and Violet has the past and the future, etc. So this did that with the gym leaders. I know we sort of had something a little bit like that with Black and White, didn't we? I believe some of the towns were slightly different designs. But like X and Y is the same whichever game you play, with the final box art being different, as far as I know. I believe Sun and Moon's the same again, apart from the box art. So there's that. But the only thing I'm going to do to this save that's different to what we're doing in Scarlet and Violet is I'm actually going to put the Pokedex in to get the shiny charm quicker. An Italian Switch too, does that make it cheaper? That's the question. And how did the Shaman hunts go yesterday? I don't know if you... what total you hit? No Pasta Edition? Okay. Just from what you're watching, does this look cleaner to you? As compared to what the Switch 1 looks like for this game. 2,500. We're getting there. That must be about odds now, right? Okay. I didn't even notice that when I played it, but I guess I would have if I had played it at the time of release. I just assumed it was like a day-night cycle when it... Oh, good. So it is going to be interesting to play the other games from scratch. That makes sense. I do hope to get to the DAs, and I do have the other Switch here if we want 2 players, or we need a 4th for a DA. A bit later, but again, I've got to get there first. I want to get to the bit where I can fly on Corviknight before we do it. It's just a little bit easier. When you can use the Corviknight to get around, and I will go and get some watts from the Watts Digger. Oh yeah, this is what this game struggles with, the day-night life cycle. Because especially if you're trying to do the old creamies, and you've got like a, what is it, 15-minute window or something for dusk or dawn. Yeah, I get it didn't have a proper upgrade But what I mean is it just looks a bit cleaner around the edges. And I think I unlocked the Yoshi I wanted yesterday in Mario Kart. I think it's like the purpley one I like. I'm going to start trying to unlock all of the character designs, little by little. They're not too difficult to do, but it was fun doing those races yesterday. I put the picture in Discord from one of the rooms I was in. I was a bit late to the party, but it was fun. Let's just put it that way. I can't actually wait to find enough people to play it on here, if I'm honest. But the day-night cycle is such a strange thing that Pokemon has always seemingly struggled with. I find like Gold and Silver, it locked you to when you were playing in real life. And then like this game is locked to real life times, which is a bit silly, I think. But then at least with Scarlet and Violet they started to improve it and actually have a cycle, but you can't change the time, which is also a bit annoying. Like, do what you do in Legends Arceus, let me go to bed for the afternoon so I can come back out at night time. No worries, Mr. Belcher. Hopefully, as I say, we'll get to them. I want to get the DA team so we can sort of speed run this when we do it. So what we'll do is we may do like 2 gyms and then do DAs for the rest of the stream. The reality is it doesn't make too much difference if I'm 1 in 100 or 1 in 300. It's the same outcome, really. We're not doing it, as we say, nothing off stream is on this save. So if I'm just going to run through the gyms, it takes about 15 minutes to beat a gym with all of the trial stuff. So that'll kind of be what we do. And I can kind of do that. You probably will. As you see, I've got a grand total of 0 in 6 hours so far. I know that was about 2 hours of tutorial nonsense, and yeah. We know that this week's total was going to be very low. I've got to decide whether I want to include the Ponyta in Legends Arceus, the free one, or whether I just try and get 2. Because Legends Arceus we will be doing as much as we can to get everything to level 10 as quick as possible. Because again, we want the Arceus done before we even consider starting Shining Pearl. That's the main thing. But it'll be interesting to see what Arceus looks like on this. I've seen a little bit, I haven't really tried it myself. In the end it is shiny, so no, well, it's one of them where I probably should, but it'll be one that I put like a little bit of an asterisk next to each other, because I need to talk to Mum before we leave, don't we? Or we get told off. It'll probably be something that's relatively easy to get to, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's Legends Arceus. If I want to push myself to the next level of challenge, maybe I try to lock each evolution into a different game. So if I get a Shinx in PLA, I can only get the Luxio or the Luxray from here. It is an awkward one, yes. When we're post-game, it may turn up in outbreaks. Like, I probably will put it in there, keep it as the Ponyta, but I just don't want it to be the first one. That's the main one. I just don't want it to be the first one we get in our challenge. That's the key thing. Because it'll feel a little bit cheap that the first shiny we get is the guaranteed spawn one. That's my thinking more than anything else. I just would like it to be a completely random encounter, or something that you sort of hunt for, maybe. So I might not trigger it till we've got a couple of shinies. Okay. Squirrel it. Is there, like, well, again, when we get to post game, I'm not sure if I'm going to do a lot of massive mass outbreaks. Oh yeah, that battle is a frustrating one to say the least. I can't remember what legendaries you get. I don't think you get any legendaries, do you? Or have you got Cresselia? Because as we say, it's a very frustrating battle because it's not like what you expect, is it? Like, it's not 6 on 6, it's 6 on 7. But I guess you've got both of the Palkia and Dialga. Yeah. My tip on that game is purely agile, agile, agile. Nothing else but agile. That's all I ever use. Like the secondary effect ones are usually very helpful. So sort of like Ceaseless Edge, I think it is, the one that the Typhlosion learns. It's usually pretty broken. It just continually hits. Stealth Rocks is better than you think in that game. But I get it because there's no real turn mechanics in it. So it's not like you have a go, I have a go, like we're used to. So I completely get the frustration of getting through that game. Well, the basic good one is something like a Clefable, probably. Depending on what else you've got to face, I can't remember. I think Clefable's better because Togetic is weak to the rock moves that the Growlithe has. But you can obviously, you have Togetic. Like, Gardevoir is a bit of a pain because it's also a bit more weak to the ghost moves. But there aren't that many in that game, is there? To be honest. And I don't think you have access to Enamorus yet. But if you do, Enamorus is an option. Hello Neil, welcome in. We're on to our start of our new one. So we're starting Sword today. Ready to go. Hopefully get some DAs in today. How was the repossession business yesterday? I was sort of lurking for most of it, but I was also sort of playing some Mario Kart. Because I don't really know what goes on in repo. It's something I'm not very good at, from what I've seen. Oh, so you want... the dream scenario is like a Wigglytuff, pretty much. The other thing that might be good that you're maybe not considering is like the Hisuian Zoroark. Because if it is normal ghost, that could hit a lot harder than you think. And if you can trick it into thinking it's something weak to ghost as well, that could work. Fair enough. Well, hopefully the move will go smoothly and it's not too far to travel once you get going. Shall we change a bit of the look? We're not catching much. I want to actually get rid of all of the Pokeballs. So I can get luxury balls. I want to get rid of the hat. The hat is the most annoying thing in this game. Do we have a hat? We have... oh. What else do we have? We don't want a knitted hat. That's the thing we want to get rid of. We do like the purple, don't we? No, we like dark purple. So we just have black. A black top hat. That'll do. So yeah. It won't be for a while. So in this game, it kind of... I'm not even at the daycare centre yet. Do we want to change the bags? Like, I know it sounds a bit drastic doing the whole outfit already. What colour hoodie shall we have? An orange hoodie? No. We'll have a navy hoodie, why not? T-shirt, doesn't really matter, does it? An orange t-shirt, why not? That'll do. At least this has customization. Skinny trousers, skinny jeans. They're not really like my thing, skinny jeans. We'll just go navy then. Yeah. So when it comes to the Dittos, it's going to be more when I can actually do the breeding. So we can't get to the breeding area till at least the second gym. Between the second gym. Oh, the shoes are a bit boring, aren't they? We'll get something later. And glasses, just seeing eyeglasses. Gloves. Orange gloves, why not? That'll do. There we go. We spent all our money on clothes. Oh yeah, we finished. Yes. This will do. Yes, because I won't be able to do much of the breeding in Scarlet and Violet till I get a bit further. I can, but I don't want to do it yet. More than anything else. I don't know how the eggs get affected by shiny odds. Do you need the shiny charm to breed them or make them shiny, or all that sort of stuff? So we may try to do the shiny charm and then worry about it. But again, it can just sit in home if it's sat there ready to go. Because we're doing Violet tomorrow, and then we do Legends Arceus on Wednesday. Because at least with Violet, we're pretty smoothly through the game now. We've just got to do, what, a couple of gyms. We can start catching stuff. That'll be good. We should probably put a bit more effort into that. Because we're building that living dex. And then we can start doing like union circles and stuff with Scarlet players. Should be fun. Why don't you have a Corviknight, Leon? What happens to your Rookity after you catch this Wooloo? That's the question. What happens to your Rookity? And why have you got a level 10? Leon, you're cheating. So I got to sort of do a little bit of a run around the wild area. Just to see, to get some watts and figure out which one has the luxury balls as well. Which is a bit annoying. But the only thing I'm going to catch here is probably a Yamper. Because I do like having Nuzzle for shiny hunting. It seems boring, but it works quite nicely. I like Boltland and Shinotic. Oh, in the shiny decks I would like to get all in luxury balls for sure. I know for a fact I can't do all of them in luxury balls, and I wouldn't even consider some of the legendaries that are like statics, like the Regis and the Swords of Justice. They're probably going in master balls. Let's be honest, I'm not even going to risk it. But when DAs we use luxury balls for everything. When we do Scarlet and Violet, for the most part I try to use luxury balls. I just don't want to do like quick balls. Yeah, we will do some of that bit a bit later. I just want to get the really strong team together. Which is, I don't want it to be just me doing the beginning of the game today. That makes sense. I want to get some DAs done at least, so everyone can be a bit more involved. Like, DAs are like the backbone to why we're doing this, because everybody enjoys them. We could do something like that. But if people really want to put down my hunts, they could pick the balls. But you have to remember, when it comes to the legendaries, the only ones that we have to really hunt are the Regis, and that is very boring. Well, the Regis, the Swords of Justice and Arceus are the only ones we can really hunt. The rest are in DA, so they're guaranteed capture, so it's not as bad. But I just want to get my like A team so we can do this, and then like the tactic can be something like coming back to this area and doing give us like a Pokemon tackle and they'll one-shot everything, sort of thing. I think I took a bit more damage than I wanted in that battle, typically. We've got potions, right? Because I've done this about 3 times already now. I've gone and got the DA Pokemon and just flown through the game. So, yeah, that's okay for me. And that team, it'll be what, I'll take 1 home from every DA to have a team of 6, but we'll see how many we can get in today. I think that's the main thing to look into. We might as well use this, because I'm pretty sure it hits harder. Like, quick attack is basically good tackle, if we're honest. Priority tackle does the work, takes everything out. But I don't know if anyone else saw, but Xbox are bringing out their own handheld, which is a very strange thing to see. Yeah, so what are your thoughts on the Xbox handheld system that's coming out? The Ally, I think it's called. That's meant to be a bit like a Steam Deck, and as bulky as they come. And the rumour is, the current one is about $900, and it's an upgrade on the one that's already out, which is very strange. And they said the Switch was expensive. But it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, I want to get to the Watts Farmer as well, as I said, because I want to be able to buy as many early game luxury balls and sell the Pokeballs as quick as possible. But I have to remember, if I'm going to evolve Nincada, I need a Pokeball to get Shedinja. Where PCs will be the future, maybe Xbox has that becoming handheld. Probably. I didn't really read too much into it, I just saw what they had made, if I'm honest, and it just looks like a very bulky Steam Deck. But I don't know, like the people who tested it sort of said it does everything you want. It's basically a PC without a desktop, from what I could tell. A handheld PC without a desktop. And it plays things like Steam and everything. Yeah, Shedinja has to have a Pokeball to evolve. It can't be any ball, it has to be a Pokeball. I found that out when we were doing the Dex challenge, because I had to evolve a Nincada for the Shedinja. And I brought it all the way into here, got to the level, left the space in my team, and it didn't give me a Shedinja, so I had to reset the game and put a Pokeball in. I thought for sure it didn't matter, but it has to be a Pokeball or it will not work. Unless it has to be the same ball you caught the Nincada in, and I may have caught it in a Pokeball, but I can't remember anymore. To be honest, it was so... I caught it in, I want to say, Oras doing Horde Hunts. Yeah, it must have been Oras Horde Hunts. So that doesn't help, because I don't have very much in Oras. But it definitely wasn't a quick ball, because you can't catch first turn. It's the only ball I know it wasn't. So, but then as soon as I did it with a Pokeball, straight away it worked. So we have a spare shiny Shedinja, which is going to be in the reward one. Yeah. That's what I thought would happen, to be honest, or just any of them. I would have been happy with any of them, because on the save I did it, I've got like 999 of all of the Watt Farmers ones, like Dive, Hill, Dusk. I just bought them all because I was sort of colour coding a little bit, but it took a bit too much time to colour code because I didn't know the shiny colours. But because you know yourself, when you complete this game, you get too much money, you have no idea what to do with it, and I just spend it all on... I put all the money into Pokeballs or clothes. Like, I don't really care. I don't need anything to worry about monetary wise in this game. Same with Scarlet and Violet, it just doesn't matter. But I guess this sort of also shows you how quickly you can get to DAs today. And I am taking my time as well. I could have dodged another battle en route. That was the other thing that was a big plus. Right? Can you repeat that? What do you mean the balls and hatching? So with Shedinja, you have to have a Pokeball to evolve it and then encode it into a Shedinja. It can't go into another ball, or the game doesn't read it. That's kind of what we were saying, like, because I caught it, brought it into one of these games to evolve, did the whole lever space in the team, thinking it would go into one of the balls in my party, but I didn't have any Pokeballs, so it never went in there. So I had to reset the game, basically. Well, yeah, so I could do it properly and go and buy one Pokeball. But when you breed, you don't lose the balls from your selection, do you? If you get what I mean, it just goes into the ball that the parent was. Which is an interesting one, because I'm not sure who technically lays the eggs when you're with a Ditto. I guess it's the other Pokemon. But we can see. Are you going to do another Shaman session today? Or are you going to take a break from Shaman soon? Or are you happy with what you're doing with it? So we all know that the first DA will be Suicune. So if you are still interested, I think someone said I can have internet people in the first one. We can do the Suicune together. If not, I might do it for solo. If I can't, I'm not sure. As I said. But the only thing that's a bit frustrating is the fact that I will have to probably do those Team Yell battles. I was hoping I might learn Double Kick. So you want to get to the 3000 today. Are you doing a fresh save once you've caught it? Or are you doing the other one in Emerald? So I do know that you said you wanted to get 2. Platinum, that's what I meant. I always get them all mixed up because they're all sort of minerals. Aren't they, that era? Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Fancy stuff you put in rings. I preferred it when they were just plain old colours and I knew what was going on. Because we do have the Pokemon Day in July, don't we? Well, welcome in, and thanks for the lurk. Hopefully, we're doing the start of our sword save today. So we're as far as here. We're trying to speed run it a little bit. Yes, gold, silver, crystal works well. Hello, Shirio. Welcome in. I don't quite... It's a difficult one, like, as we said, like red, blue, yellow is very, very nice for colours, and green, of course. But then you had black and white, which was nice. X and Y made perfect sense. So it's one of those, like, we'll just say hello. I missed the clap. Oh no. Shame. I was too slow that time. Poor Joe Hendry. Yeah, so we were just talking about the games. X, Y would have been good if they had given us Z or Z. Z, Z. Depends which J you listen to. Obviously Sun and Moon was a bit lazy with the Ultras. Good, good. Did you accept the invite to Starfleet Command? I'm still not sure what I'm doing in that game, but I'll get through it. So I'm hoping we can do quite a lot of DAs. Well, I want to get my team of 6 today, really. But I also want to go and get all of the luxury balls. So I've got to hope one of the watch trainers has them that are relatively close to the start, because I don't get the bike till after the first gym, which is a bit annoying. I also have to go and do the beginning of Island Lava, which is easy. It's just beating that trainer once, and I think she has Venipede and a slow poke. Maybe a slow poke in this game. I've got a bit confused because I've been playing both of these from the start recently. But let's get going. Like, let's run. We don't want to stay too far behind. Okay. I didn't play it last time that they did it, so everything is fresh. I just don't really know what I'm doing. I just press buttons and something upgrades. Hence why I have like no resources compared to the rest of the team. But hey, I'm doing my little bit. As they say in Starship Troopers, I'm doing my bit. Because we all need a Starship Troopers reference. Especially when everybody's probably younger than the game, the movie. Right, let's get back up here. We probably won't catch the Yamper, you know. We have to catch the Slowpoke. But we'll do all that once we get Fly, and we can fly back here. Because we may get a Boltland in the DAs. I guess that will work. Slip through there. I am good, thank you, Shirio. I'm just looking forward to getting more of this challenge up and going. Because it's been... This bit of it is the most frustrating part, I think, because I am, as I say, playing the games from scratch. Once I get them finished, we'll be doing just the shiny hunting stuff with everyone. And the more we do of that, I think the more everyone will enjoy the shiny hunting. They will be going in home, yes. But anything I've got in home is not counting. Apart from probably Manaphy, Enamorus, Keldeo, etc. Like the mythical ones that I got rewarded. I'm not opening a new home account. I've already set the boxes up, so 2 pages of this dex, 2 pages of my current shiny living form dex, and 2 pages are my natural form living dex. And the last little page is just stuff I didn't really want to put in the game. So it is all set up, all labelled nicely. As I said, the only thing we're 100% not doing forms for is I'm not doing all 63 El Creamies, Sylvalion, and Arceus. They're just going to have one of each. Not going to spend time doing them. That seems a bit too much. Well, one, I don't know if I can get Sylvalion on the Switch shiny. So there are some that are going to be problems, but I worry about all of that when we get to like 600 or 700 of the 1,400-ish that I need to do. How about that? But I'm hoping, again, once we get the games all set up, we should be looking at trying to get 2 or 3 per session instead of maybe 1 in the DAs. You know, we may start just doing targeted legend hunts like the Landorus that nearly killed us. But, you know, I haven't really planned how far we're doing things. Like, it would be funny if we did a 4-player Zygarde and I got the Zygarde first run on this save without the shiny charm. Right, so I'm gonna have to drop out so I can make an official comeback, so we'll catch you tomorrow. No worries, have a good time. There are exclusive to 3DS DS. Or yeah, and that's what I mean. There will be a few that I can find a way to do things, but at the moment, like, we'll see how far we go. See if people are still enjoying it. No, there's no point doing them first. especially when there's no way to properly capture the footage. Until I can one day maybe get a 3DS capture card. And what's on GBA, I'm guessing, is the Celebi. But again, we'll worry about that when we hit at like 1,000-ish, and then we'll start thinking people are either enjoying this or they're not. And if they're not, we will leave them, pretty much. I feel like once we get going, we'll start attracting more people into the challenge. But it's going to take a while to get going, really, isn't it? That sounds like most online shooter games, to be honest. That's why I don't play too many of them. Everyone takes it too seriously. For my liking, I do the crazy relaxed versions of the games. Yeah, it will be something we'll look into again, but it's very, very expensive. 3DS capture card. Yeah, that's the plan. We are going to do it eventually. It's just going to take a long time, to be honest. Like, we have to remember, to get a 3DS capture card, you would then technically now need to mod it, and I don't really want to mod one. As well. You should see the switch to SD card prices. Or have they gone down then, or have they gone up through the roof? Just out of interest. Alolan Rattata, Mew, Celebi, Spinda, Jirachi, Deoxys, Shaman, Darkrai, Genesect, Melmetal. I only say I would have to mod it now because I wouldn't be able to get Pokemon Bank anymore. That's the main problem. Like, I could probably get mine with capture card put in, but I have to send it to someone to do as well. So, is your collection of games physical or digital? Ironically, just out of interest. At the moment, I don't need one. I think last time I looked, I had used about 150. So at the moment, you're pretty much okay for space on yours, right? That's the key thing. Like, let's make sure we can get what we need. Oh, good. We found a luxury ball guy straight away. Just need some more watts. I should have stopped at a few more of these. If I can get one more. Because like the only thing that's really eaten up any of the space is pretty much Fortnite, which I could delete if I wanted to as well. But otherwise, I think it should be okay. It's definitely a good thing just to get an SD card. It probably would be better, but again, like, it does cost a lot for how much you're going to be using it. Like, Pokemon games aren't going to be saved on here. Are the only save files really that are being saved on here. The rest is already in the cloud. So I don't really need to do too much, if I'm honest. Like, everything I need is pretty much saved up safely. I'm hoping the one near the exit has this as well, so I wish I could get the bike earlier, not gonna lie. I really do wish the bike was something you get at the beginning. Right. But last time I saw they were nearly like 50 to 60, 70 pound or something, so it's not really worth it if I'm not Like, if I was needing the game key space, then fine, I would have to do it. But most games are going to be, you're looking at, what was it, 60 odd gigabytes, so that's why it uses up all the space at the beginning. That's the crazy part with it. You're just literally giving up your space to download the game that could be on the card. But that's where the good side of it comes from, because we have the Pokemon games are all on the card. It's only the save file. I actually deliberately didn't download all of the other saves, all the other games I bought in the past on the store, like the cheaper ones. Because one, I don't play them very much, and two, I don't really need them on here at the moment. Do you have luxury balls? No, you have heal balls. You're boring. And the only one I got digital is pretty much the Mario Kart, because it was just so much cheaper. How are you finding Mario Kart, ironically? Are you having fun? I managed to unlock all my Yoshi characters, so I'm happy. I'm pretty much just going to be playing to unlock all the skins now, I think. So I'm just going to rotate through the drivers until I've got them all. That's going to be my next goal. I'm not really worried if I come first or last in races. I just want to unlock all of the skins. And why is Rainbow Road the best track on the new game? Let's be honest, it is phenomenal. Right, we've probably got, I want to say about, I don't know how long. I've got to go, all the cutscenes are switched off, so that's good, at least. That should mean we can get through this a lot quicker. And I'm also guessing that means, ironically, you didn't get the SD card when you bought the console. You're just going to use what they've given you to start with. Oh, I love the knockout mode most of all. It's definitely my favourite mode in the game. And I love the fact that one race I can get knocked out first, and the next race I can make the final four. I just think it's just bonkers how crazy it is. And it doesn't feel like a skill issue if I come last or first. It just has everything for me. I just want to see if you have some better shoes in here. No? Can I not go in this one? Yes, we can. Who do you mean? At the moment, I mostly use the purple Yoshi. If I'm honest, that's the only one. I want to get a bit better and go back to my favourite of all, Luigi, but I haven't tried one of the heavier races yet. I've only really used Yoshi. I'm going to go through all of them, so, and then I might find that some are better. I thought I was just my new goal, as I say, is to go through them all one at a time to unlock all of their outfits. So I'm going to do them in order when you sort them. So I'm currently working through Mario. It's a boring one because Mario is not that interesting for me. But if I do them in order, I won't miss them. Yeah, the item spam is crazy and it works to my advantage. I sometimes feel that in the Grand Prix mode you don't get enough items when you're at the back, because when you're in that big melee of the mid selection of races, if you miss an item, you literally are stuck not being able to do anything to catch up for a long time. But that would be my only little concern with it. But there's so much going on, it's just chaos, and it works to an extent where it actually feels like a party game that you're karting rather than a kart game that is a party game, if that makes sense. I'm actually going to put that on here. Must sell luxury balls. No, Pokeballs. Must sell Pokeballs. Otherwise. Yes. Have you been playing with streamers or just randoms online at all? That's probably, like, I was going to do it as a stream, but I think you're the only person I know that actually has the game. That's from, like, our main audience. So it was a bit more difficult to commit to it. Okay. As we said, like, I've been trying to find the streamers to join in. Like, that's where the photo in the Discord came from. We were playing along. Modded, yeah. Well, most people don't mod the stuff, do they? Boyfriend Boucher. Let's be honest. But yeah, I get it. No, it's also a big change from going from like Mario Kart 8, where you had just the 12, and you don't really notice it. And you also thought that's very chaotic in the mid pack. Like when you're winning, it's fine, and when you're losing, it's fine. But when you're between about 3rd and 10th, it's just one bop. You go from 3rd to 10th, and then knock someone, you can go 10th to 3rd. It's just crazy. But this one corner you could be 2nd and get bopped a couple of times, and you're like 20th. And shall we do this number just because it's an English save? Does it let you do 007? Why not? It doesn't really matter. But I would say, if you find some streamers, you'll have so much fun because you just all sort of laugh away. The CPU, like they've won stuff I've been involved with. Right, I've just got to do this Corviknight. No, this Team Yell nonsense now, don't I? Bullet bill there's a speed limit item, bullet bill for example. Your overall speed, exact people you play with, specific characters and more. Yeah, probably. I'm not the best at knowing all of the technical side of the games. I just drive a car and try and keep up with the person in front of me. That's my goal whenever I play Mario Kart. I don't try to overcomplicate the stats of it all in my head, because if I do, I will try to analyse it. It's a bit like Pokemon. I don't really read much into nature's EVs, IVs, and stats when I play. I'm a very lazy trainer with that side of it. I just literally catch things, put them in battle when I think they can work. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So that's my goal, and it's always been the same. Like same with Crash Team Racing back in the day. I do love a bit of Crash. So let's beat Team Yell. The other thing I've noticed is I did look through the e-store and there's literally nothing in there. I get why people were saying it was a bit of a waste, like, because there's not much that came out on day one. But then the other side of it is good because it means not many of the original Switch fans are missing out on new games. That's the other side of it, which is also very important, not to lock anyone out. And that's kind of what they've done really well with this release. If they had only released, like if they had gone and released like 30 new games or something silly, and all of the people that couldn't get a Switch 2 are locked out, aren't they? So you had to go for the Paralysed, no? Missed. Good. And outside of the Zelda stuff, mine's pretty much the same. Like, there's not much that really turned my head to a lot. Yeah, even the load screens are so much smoother on other games as well. Like even this looks nicer, as you said, just seeing it. And this is not even on like a telly or anything. So you're only seeing what Twitch is letting me put through them. So that's another thing to take note of. This game is what, 7 years old now? Maybe older. So yeah. I definitely don't think the GameCube thing is worth it yet. Though, even if you want to play the Zelda game. That's for sure. I definitely think it's too early for that to be worth it. Right, we're very close now to finally getting this underway. As I said, I set the game up so I could check that I had everything. And I've got all the passes. So this makes it, what, 1 hour. And technically I can go straight to the DAs now. Oh, I forgot to do another battle. Somebody tells me I don't like these battles. Dun, 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 dun. We'll get rid of the Nicky because it has quick attack. And the burn's good. Snow. Try again. I'm looking at you, Hop. Don't be a disappointment, Hop. Of course you are, Hop. Well, that was a pointless battle. We got through that way too easily. Oh no, we didn't knock it out. Okay, you went for the right one. Another snow. Okay. Did I attack the right thing? Good. For you, the main selling point is I can dual hunt the new Mario Kart, the new 3D DK, and Samus. Yeah. I think, as I said, the GameCube, I think, will be better once they release a couple more titles. I'll be honest, it's a bit underwhelming with just 3 titles on release. I think they could have probably bumped it up to maybe 8 if they're going to do it, just to have that little appeal. Like, for some people, like, if you don't like fighting games, you're not getting Soul Calibur. If you don't like a Zelda game, that's not worth it. And if you don't like the F-Zero, that's not worth it. Like, you thought they might have put a Mario game from the GameCube on there, if that makes sense. Just a plain Mario game. I know we're getting more, but we don't have more. I've never played a Donkey Kong game, so I can't really say too much about that. So there is that. I do feel like Mario Kart may fall off a cliff soon, though, for popularity. Because I do think you need to be playing it online to really get the most out of it. I think people will get a little bit bored on playing offline. So I do hope a lot of people carry on playing it online, because yes, you can do randoms, but you'll probably find someone that will destroy you. But from my about 6 or 7 hours playing with streamers, I haven't seen anyone who's just out and out better than anyone else. I've seen them come first, and I've seen them come outside the top 12. So that is what I think is the best thing about Mario Kart. There doesn't seem like you can just be a complete solo genius at it at the moment. And that's massive for those games. I know I need the Pokeball to catch the Slowpoke, don't I? I'm not wasting a luxury ball on the Slowpoke. Right, so now the ceremony will happen, which is already turned off, so I don't need to worry. But I would say I probably wouldn't have got the Switch Tube purely to dual hunt. 100% not to dual hunt. It was just a good addition that is something that comes with it. If I was desperate to dual hunt, I probably would have bought a cheap Switch Lite to be the dual hunting system. A second-hand one or something. A bit like what you've done with your 3DSs. It's just that it helps that it can still be used, the old Switch. That's the main thing to take from it. But what are we, an hour? Only an hour into this. I still can't believe how much we've actually got done. I swear I go slower when I'm offline. Okay, so we meet the nice gentleman Mr. Rose, who is never going to be a bad person. I'm sure he's going to be one of the most decent people we'll meet in this world. Not going to cause any trouble. Ah, oh, bless Hop. He thinks we're going to go with him and do the storyline. Right, we'll go and catch the Slowpoke. Now. And go to the Isle of Armor. Beat the person, whoever it is, I've forgotten their name, because they're very forgettable. And go to... I'll meet the Diglett chap and then meet the Digging Par. And then we can go and do the DA thing and lose very quickly. We can't get. We said we can't get rid of the Pokeballs. I don't know why I looked at that for. It is so amazing how often. I probably could have come to the train station to do this, yes, but I wanted to get the fly. I don't think you can get there till after you've done the first trip to the wild area, can you? I thought that was the first thing you had to do. Because you have to trigger this scene first to catch the Slowpoke. But if you don't have the flying, it's a little bit longer to get to where you want to go. You've got to go to and from all the train stations. That's the only reason I do it this way. Normally. I found it pretty quick, to be honest. And I didn't have to go and search for the luxury balls as well. I could have just run straight through the wild area. You have to remember that. I went out my way to get a couple of watts just so I could get a couple. And then I go to the Digging Par guy and then come back. And then I'll go to the Crown Tundra. So then when we go into the DAs, I can just literally start luxury balling everything and building my team. That's pretty much my plan. You can take one more of these, I think. The only thing I don't like is the fact you have to catch this. It won't let you skip it, and it's very annoying. There we go. That was easy. Because now I have to beat this trainer, don't I? But I want to unlock all the Pokedexes as well. So when I do transfer everything across, I can then just get all 3 rewards, if that makes sense, as well. I know I need to get to Sirchester to get the Shiny Charm, which is what we'll do. Like, what I said I'll do is I'll probably go and do the first, maybe second gym next time, because we'll have a big team that can destroy. And then on the next session we'll do the fire too, because I need to get some quick balls for that. And then probably unlock Hammerstock and then save there. And then after that, next one we will go and do that corner because it's really, really quick, and probably get the shiny charm. That's going to be the plan, really. Right. As I say, I like to go to the Isle of Armor first, just so I can go and get some more watts. That's kind of the key for everything I do. The more watts I get, the more I can do everything I want to do. So then we'll get the DAs. We'll find out whether we can invite people into the first one or not. As we said, we're not completely sure. Never really tried. And yeah, we'll get going. Okay, you'll tell me there's an angry lady, which there is. Bye. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, we love all the button bashing we need to do. That's what this is, a button bash simulator. But I'll probably take Slowpoke out of the team after this battle, just so it's easier. Can I sell you something? Like, 27 Pokeballs. There we go. That solved that problem. For some reason, when you do the DAs, whatever you do, it puts Pokeballs first. It's really annoying. Yeah, it just annoys me so much. I just want to get rid of them all. I know I'm not going to get a crazy amount of the Pokeball, of the luxury balls. I get about 200, I think, if he does a good job digging. I think that was what it was you get. I don't know if I healed over after trying to catch the Slowpoke. I hope it heals me automatically. Of course it didn't. Of course. Luckily, it's not too difficult to beat. And it doesn't have too many moves. It's maybe a bit closer than I want it to be. But I'm pretty sure the moves, the Slowpoke only has like confusion, I think. So it's not too difficult to face. We could throw a potion on, I guess, or we could just attack. Because that's the sensible way of doing this, just attack. We can just stick with Ember, see if we get a burn. That could help too. Confusion, we should take one, right? Yeah. We will use a potion then. Probably two, because the Slowpoke is very weak. It's nice that you have two different trainers for this sort of thing though. It's not just this one sort of boring one. Can I get a burn, please? Lovely. Then it will keep hurting itself. I should take one more of these. And then a burn. Oh, 1 HP. Just what we needed. There we go. Just about survived that battle. If this was a Nuzlocke, that would have been scary. But it's not a Nuzlocke, so we're safe. See, the other side that's silly is if you face her when she's level 60, they also have the rubbish moves as well. So they're not really a threat at any stage you do this bit. The best thing to do is probably not heal, because then I can just get one shot very quickly by the Copperaja in the next battle. There's Cheerio yeeting away. Day 1-ish. We can get more clothes. Maybe a few more. No, we don't need to worry too much. We just want to go and get to the digging part. Get told all that diglets that we're not going to get involved doing. Does anybody know whether these Alolan ones are shiny locks or not? Or can they be reset and shinied for the diglets? That is an interesting thing. So if you do come later, you can actually skip this bit. Because I will want to do the Sir Chester gym because I want to get the bike that can go on water. That's the only bit I will do after getting the shiny charm. Which will be fine. Like, yes, an easy battle. It's just a pain for the gym trial. It's kind of an annoying gym trial. It's not difficult, it's just annoying. And there's a Pseudo-Wudo that can completely destroy you. Because there's a sturdy Pseudo-Wudo with counter. Found that out in a Nuzlocke. The hard way, when my Dreadnought got one shot. So I thought, oh, Dreadnought will be fine in this gym. Not got any problems. Nope. Bye-bye. Little low punny. Yes, this is a bit slower. There's usually a digging Mar at the beginning of this who gives you enough of the Amorite ore to do the first one, sort of program to do it for you. You're the trade lady, we don't want to speak to you. She's usually just there. There we go. Always there for the first time you come here. And she will start digging for some Amorite ore. We'll give you some. Yes. Let's see how many you get. Probably one, or it breaks first time, I always forget. Do one more, why not? Usually she breaks on me. Oh no, there we go, it broke. But usually the digging par gives you one free go. Then we can go and see the random Pikachu. We've got our Tangela. Persimmon. Of course, oh, no, not you, not you. We can't really do encounters because we have no health. A little fungus. Okay, we should be able to run from this. Yeah, safe. As we said, there's not too much point putting health on these Pokemon because we kind of want them to get knocked out quickly. Well, they'll get one shot, whatever, because we're in hell as well. So that's another thing to take into account. But I know this is a big detour to where we want to go. And I get it, it's going to take longer before we get to the DAs. But this is why it takes me about an hour and a half to get to the DAs. And a normal person, it will take an hour. Because I want my luxury balls. It's the only reason it takes longer. Is I want my luxury balls. Right. And when we do Sword and Shield, we have go and do a on the channel point redemptions. We'll just double check what we get while he's off digging. So what did we add? We have pick the next DA, pick a Sword and Shield hunt, and do a Galar raid. They're the ones that'll be on for this game. Again, we still have the bingo ones, and we still have the online battles. So they're all going to be available for this as well. That's not a problem. I feel like most of my... Oh, that was it, was it? Back to the town map. I'm going to try this bit of the wild area just to see whether it was here. Because the one I want to go to is not next to the fast travel points. Annoyingly, unless you have got some luck on my side. No, you haven't. Of course you haven't. Had to be the one that was furthest away. So who would like to start these DAs with me? Does anybody want to jump in and see whether this is a good start or not? Just imagine we got 4 players and got the Zygarde first run. I think Boy from Belgium would quit playing Pokemon if I got it in 1 run. There'd be all jealousy that... you're not actually tracking it though, are you, Zygarde? But it would be nice to get a shiny on the marks, because at the moment we are sat on the 0. What, the DA runs, or... Well, I'm pretty sure the first one you do is Suicune. So we'll start with Suicune, and then we can do, if you go on your save you can use, we could do a few of the others. I've still got to do the battle to get there, so there's no rush, put it that way. I've got to just lose this battle, and then we're there. Got to go for the... I didn't want to do that one. Can I go back? Ow. Can we go to the right one this time? Ground Tundra. Yeah, I've got to lose this battle and then we jump in. I don't know 100% that I can do Suicune with people though. That's the thing, I've got to be sure. I think we can do it with 3. I was trying to help Robin with Zekrom with 2 switches and it got very difficult. I'm not going to lie. I ended up swapping the wrong Pokemon out as well, which once. I should have probably used a slightly different username as well. But it's there to be used. But this will be where we put our team together as well. So we'll get an interesting team for this run. Maybe we'll let people vote for what I take home. I just want to take this out of the team because it will die. Just to save me doing too many. You can just say, yeah, just sit there for now. I'm going to probably change the box colours. But otherwise, we're good. Right, I've got to go and see this chap. Shall I try and one-shot the Copperaja with quick attack? For fun. So this is what we said. We're about an hour and a half into this game and we can get straight into a DA. I know we can do it quicker. I know. Like, I could just use Pokeballs. Nice, nice. That's how I've just got to lose this battle and then I'll find out whether I can invite people into the first one. I've got 1 HP in a dream. And it's going to be a battle in hell, so I can't win. So it doesn't really bother me that I'm going to lose. It's probably the last time we're going to see the Score Bunny. So yeah, then as we say, DA time. I will try to make sure we switch the internet on. Quick attack. Oh. It didn't do any damage. Oop. See, I did probably the same amount of damage as you did to me. We both did 1 HP. just that it was my last bit of HP. And good. Nia's run away. We'll follow. I'm not going to leave this area because I have to. It'll do another cutscene. I don't need the full team of 6, but we may try to get at least 3 that sort of like can do a few different sets of moves. Right, let's just make sure this works. Again, first time on the internet. Can tell it's a first save, can't we? I noticed on one of the games it took a very long time the first time on the Switch too. So don't know why. The first time I did it, the second time it was fine. So I'm okay, that wasn't as bad. The very first time was a lot worse. And the other sort of troll you can do is make me do a surprise trade or something. Which is kind of funny one. More than anything else. A Darumaka. A 1-star Darumaka. That would have been quite a good one to do. Yeah, more cutscenes. Let's go. The most appealing part of this game is the interactive mode. Oh, there's a cyclist person. I'll laugh if it turned out to be one of you. Just waiting here for me. Hello? No. Oh, I got some burgers. Got some burgers. Right, let's go. Because ironically found me here once, which was quite funny. My character stood outside and they even got the photo and everything. So, let's see how this goes. Yes. Because he just runs in and then I think you can open a lobby. We have also done the command for the code now. Yes. Okay, that's a good cutscene. Welcome in, Sparkling Brie. How are you? We're just about to do our first DA of this save. So if you do want to join in, you're more than welcome. We are trying to do this living shiny dex from scratch. This is the 3rd session with fresh saves, complete on every game under the sun on the Switch. So we've done 2 days on Violet, and today we start Shield, and we're doing Legends Arceus later this week as well. We will do... this is Sword. We're doing Shield and Scarlet later date as well. But we're going to just do these. This is going to be my team to speedrun it, I believe. So, yes. Can I pick a team? Right. Done. Oh, I can put a code in. But I've got to change that picture. I don't like my icon in this game. So the code is up if people would like to join. We know it. There is... We did make this because it was a good idea to have it. I definitely don't like that sign. Is Mr. Belgium still here? Yes, we do love a good Dynamax adventure. We did a challenge in April where we were trying to see how many shinies we could get, and we did 400, I think, and we got 17 shinies, including 5 legendaries. So, is it... Hello, Robin. Welcome in. Just in time for me to click I'm doing a DA. It is for Suicune if you're interested, but I imagine you probably already have it. And I am going to change that icon. I didn't realise it had given me a rubbish one. That's what I thought. So I'm going to let the ads run and then we will start this one. So if anyone else does want to join, there is the final space. But for now, we can do this free player. It is only a Suicune, let's be honest. If I feel like it, I could open the other console, but it's not ready at the moment. Maybe for the second one. But then I don't know whether Boy from Belgium will do a random one. That's the thing. Yes, we'll leave it open so you can read all of the moves on the Pokemon we could swap to. That's probably going to be the best way. And yeah, we'll get this side. This is pretty much designed so you should walk through it pretty easily, if we're honest. That's about right. If you want to refresh, you can. It's up to you, but it's give or take good enough. That's what most of mine are when I play with others. So I guess we don't want two of these. So yeah, there isn't really a good option at the moment. So maybe just go for. You could go for the Marowak if you think it's a good one to have fun with, because it'll be good against electricity. Maybe. Like, Boy from Belgium knows the best option here, which is not very much to pick from. You got the second one though, which is not normal when it gets timed out, but we got an Electabuzz, so we're just going to stick to the right. I think it's going to be the best option, because we got Electabuzz, Vikavolt, and Manectric, so we can just break it. So I think Neil should take the second one to start with. If we're being honest, Boy from Belgium, you're going to take Electabuzz. It's mainly because of the rock move that the Crustle has. Yeah, well, Crustle doesn't have a rock move. But we can just power it up, can't we, with Lightning Rod? I'm going to just do this so we can use the rock move against the Vikavolt. Because if we all use electric moves on the Manectric, we can then make it broken. No? And it could one-shot the Suicune. Or is that not an option? And I do like this Gigantamax form. It is probably the scariest of all the Pokemon ever made. But would you be happy to take the Electabuzz? And then we can get the Vikavolt for nil, and then we could go for the easy thing, if you want. Because we would still have 3 electric Pokemon, or moves at least, for the final. Well, I wanted to know what my G-Max move did. What does mine do? I should have looked. I know mine is not special in this battle, it's just going to be hitting it a little bit. So that's that. Pretty easy. It is an unevolved Pokemon, I guess. Or just a middle Evo. But I've also got to make sure I pick something good. So I probably want to take the Vikavolt off this selection, don't I, for my Pocket team. To get through this game very easily. That was easy, and the only balls we have are luxury balls. We sold everything else, and if we do these smoothly we can get some more Amorite ore and get the guy to dig some more, and just top this up to 999. in a couple of days' time. Hopefully we can do a bit of work next time to get to the bike. That'll be the next goal. So we'll get to the bike. And then once we have the bike, we'll be relatively comfortable, I feel. Yeah, so if you can Dynamax on this one now, you can use your rock move and do a lot of damage, hopefully. And then between us, like, I imagine Boy from Belgium might even help in hand you on this one. Need to switch down noises of the Pokemon as well. Pokemon cries. Because I now have the option to do that. Yes, you'll be taking the Vikavolt, and then we'll look at what's ever easiest in the final one. As we said, Manectric could work both ways, right? It's going to be hard to beat, and all the electric moves will not work. They'll just charge it up, and if it gets knocked out, it's not much help for us. That's why I went and got those earbuds, so I could do the sound. I forgot, because for some ridiculous reason, this game doesn't let you change the sound until you get to the first city. It's stupid, really. Like, the cries and the battle sounds are going down to literally like 1. Don't mind the music blaring away. Oh, that did a lot more than I thought it would. Will-o-wisp. Yeah, I always forget how... I go out my way to go and get the earbuds as well, and then I forget to actually do the thing with them. That just sums it up really, doesn't it? Like, I just can't believe they didn't put sound options. I don't know if it was something that got put in after the release, because people complained that there wasn't a sound option. Maybe that's what it was. But it's just crazy that it's not default to change the sound other than the Switch console itself. And I do like just having a little bit of in-game music in the background. Because then 1, it can't get copyrighted, and 2, it isn't silent when I take a breath. Part of me wants to actually put my Nintendo Music account on it as well. Because, like, what's the point in giving us basically Nintendo Spotify and it not be something you can play in the background? So if we take on the Absol, we have relatively good moves for it then, right? The computer might swap here, you never know. I don't want to take the Absol. I think I'm going to take the Vikavolt because it's good against the first couple of gyms, and it's good against Team Yell and Beeb. That will probably be my best pick. Ooh, do we get something good? We get the Charger Bug. Ironically, is playing as Freya, I think, in Spirit. Like, you know they'll swap though, right? You know they'll go for the Absol. It really doesn't. I guess the best person to Dynamax will be either me or the Vikavolt, so we probably don't need to Dynamax here, do we? Could probably get away with doing helping hand on the bug move for Vikavolt, I imagine. Yeah, this should do a big chunk of damage now. It's a bit risky if I Dynamax, to be honest, because I am quite weak. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Well, That was fun. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Yes, Absol is dead. It is a strange one to remember that the bug moves are good against dark types, because it's good against psychic, and you just don't think, like, I don't think it the same. Like, if it's good against psychic, I don't really want it against dark, because dark is good against psychic. It just bug is the strangest type in this game because it's strong against the weirdest selections. Okay, nearly had perfect. Dragon? Wait, why is this a dragon? When did it not? I thought the tutorial was always Suicune. Well, it was Palkia. I always thought the tutorial was Suicune, but I guess because you've both joined it's become completely random. Which is fine, but we're not going to win. We probably should have paid more attention because we just assumed it would be Suicune, didn't we? Right. I actually didn't even realise it could be anything else, to be honest. Doesn't really matter too much. Do you need Palkia? There we go. That could help. Let's paralyse it. We might get the heal we need. You never know. We'll risk that we're going to get the heal because I want to know what this does. It might do, to be honest, but I can't remember. I don't think we've got any moves to worry that much about because we've got about 10 to 20, haven't we? Like the Absol might struggle, but that's the computer, it's never going to go for Blizzard. But it might have a different ability, I can't remember, to be honest. I just thought it would be nice to see this thing's special move. I guess we'll find out if we catch it. Maybe. Okay, it is pressure. There we go. Did we not get a heal? That's not fair. Uh-oh. Oh, it's got surf as well. Didn't realise it had surf. Well, that was fun. At least we got 3 Pokemon, right? And because I clicked anything, that's probably why. Well, it has to be anything on the first run. We're just alive, but we're not going to win. Unless it gets like a ridiculous heal here and maybe some paralysis. But there's not much we can do against this because we didn't plan for this type. And the silly thing was we skipped a fairy and an ice type on round 2. Okay, and a spark. Pop. And a surf. That's game over. Never mind. Yeah, we should have. I should have looked at the beginning to see that it said dragon and gone. Oh, it was just I've never done this with people in the first one, so I just assumed the first one you host was automatically a Suicune. Did we start with a shiny though? That is the question. No, we didn't. Right, I'm going to take the Vikavolt. I've just got to go through the cutscene and then we can go again. I guess the best option would be to let boy from Belgium host like the easy lake spirits to start with. Because unless this gives me Suicune, I don't know. Unless you want to go and try Palkia again, guess that is an option. It depends what they've given me as the path, I guess. But if they haven't, we could try the Yuxi or Azelf. Pretty easy ones to beat. So that's could be our plan. Let's have a look. Cut through this. Find that her dad is passed out in the lobby because he didn't do this. Well, they're all interesting for this run, trust me. The fun side of that is Heatran would actually give an extra shiny to the Legendary Vault. So would Moltres, actually. But I've already got one Moltres in the vault. As we sort of got like... do I have to do the cutscene first? So like, I've done something where if it's like 10 gifted, you can claim one of the spare shiny legendaries. And all I've got in there at the moment is 4 Rayquazas and a Moltres. So there is that. And anything that I've caught in the last little spell will just get replaced. Because if I do abandon this, shall we say, I can just move these ones into the other boxes and just like merge them together. I'm not replacing anything in the original one until they've been replaced in this new selection, just in case something goes terribly, terribly wrong and I don't carry on. But that's a problem for down the line. Let's face it, we're a long way away from our 1,397 total. Okay, so he's happy now. We're going to go and hunt some legendaries. We may get very lazy and just get Master Balls for all of them, because I don't care. Options, volume, cries. You can go down to about 2. You can go down to about 2. And we'll leave the music where it is. That seems fine. Let's see what she has saved for me then. Oh, it was Palkia that she saved. Okay. So do you want to have a go at Palkia knowing that we're going after Palkia? Or do you want to try one of either Nils free or Boy from Belgium's free? The choice is yours. It would be kind of fun to get a fairy. Okay, well we'll do one Palkia then. Why not? When we know we're going for Palkia. That makes sense. So the most important thing to look for here is a Maractus. So, because it has Storm Drain and Surf, will not hit us. The code is up and ready to join. Like, Heatran's pretty easy to beat, so maybe we could do Heatran next and then do a Yuxi or Azelf. I think it's just going to be the 3 of us. I don't think we need 4 for this, do we? Like, oh good. We got the best Pokemon to pick from. Well, we'll take this so the computer doesn't. I guess maybe the Togetic, but it is not a nice selection anyway, whatever you end up going with. Oh, the Excel Gore will definitely appeal to Mr. Belgium. The better take much down, Absol again, straight on the computer. Now remember, I can't really do very much, but I think we'll take that Sand Slash, unless there is a Maractus that we can see. There is also an Oranguru. So we're going to have to go for this, aren't we? I went Ice. I know you may be a bit weak to this, but if my move works correctly, this should do quad effective, but I don't know if I can Dynamax counter into Max Knuckle. Just use your fire move. This will be quad effective on this. if it's going for the ice move. If it goes for avalanche, it'll be last anyway. And I imagine Boy from Belgium actually can't do acid spray. Does this work as Max Knuckle? Yes, it does. So just hopefully he doesn't do Rain Dance. Maybe Bug Buzz might do some big damage. It would be nice to have something like a Wide Guarder in this run, I think, but I don't think we're going to get that option either. Didn't really look for that, I should have looked. Special attack drop, Fire Blast, good shot Absol. Break on the Absol, good revenge hit. Mystical Fire, and I'm hoping my move finishes it off. Big punch from the Pukumuku. No, it's rubbish. So the reality is I should probably take this. It's so bad I don't think it's even going to get knocked out by the Bug Buzz, is it? Or whatever the Excel Gore uses. But we'll see. We could get lucky. I think we get 2 hits before it can hit, right? And it did hit back-to-back Fire Blast. Very nice. Very nice. We've got to get some sunglasses so Robin can come say that I've got matching sunglasses on all of my profiles. It is interesting to see all the different things. It almost feels like we could create a game where we see all the different move names. Right, I've got to take this just to get rid of what I've got because it's absolutely rubbish. We only took it to eliminate the computer taking it and deciding it would be a good idea to keep it to the end because we know the computer is a bit stupid. Right. I'm kind of scared of the War Turtle, if I'm honest. So maybe we go for the Rosalia and then the water type at the end, I guess. But then, because the War Turtle can do so much damage to a lot of us. Quick Claw, I wonder if that will work with Avalanche. I guess this is the smartest move. Focus Sash, right. It's not great. So does this have a special grass move? Boy from Belgium, do you know the answer? Or not? Thank you for the alert, Greaves. And GG with the hide and seek win yesterday. Right, let's... I'll probably just do Avalanche, to be honest. It'll probably be better. Yeah. Let's just Avalanche. You can do Mystical Fire if you want. It's up to you, really. Extra Century. Leaf Storm lowers your special attack, doesn't it? You can do, yeah. It's... And just sort of spam the fire move. That's what Shiny Hunters do too. But I'm guessing that means you're going on to 2K for some more title matches. That's my guess today. And hopefully you have some fun and the right people win. Bug Buzz, big hit, nice. But how is this Absol hitting every move? Big dodge. Well, this might be scary now. Remember, I have to go last because of my move, so I'm not actually the slowest. It's just that's what my move does. We'll just keep that for now. So, boy from Belgium, do you think Neil should take this? Or keep the Togetic? That is the question, really. Like, even if we swap it out to the water type. Keep the Togetic, okay. And I'm assuming we're both sticking, or should I try to swap? Because with your acid spray, it could have worked, but I guess I don't get the item. The Absol can swap, I guess. Okay, thank you for the tab. Green, no, okay, that'll do. We've lost the Blizzard, but Blizzard isn't super effective. Do we want to go for this because it's only really got Screech? This could be kind of broken, but it's going to be very weak, isn't it? No, because it'll be neutral. Okay. Because the problem is your acid spray isn't going to do too much, really, is it? Because Avalanche is physical, Brick Break, and all my moves are physical. So, we'll see. Guess I can Sword Stone. No, Brick Break. It is a strange selection we've got for this battle. I don't think we actually win with this team. Okay. So my job is to take all the hits, basically. It's just a little bit scary because doesn't Leaf Storm lower the special attack after each hit? And they're only sort of like middle evolution, so they might be quite frail. No? What do I have? Max Hellstorm. Like, my max moves are useless as well, really, for the team. I think so. I got boost our physical attack and boost our normal defense. Well, there goes Rosalia. There goes one of our life dewars. I'm starting to feel like I'm not going to like hunting Palkia. Gotta be honest. Not liking the sounds of this. Well, that did literally nothing. I'm slower, so there's no point doing anything other than Brick Break. Let's go fly those butterflies to kill the stripy fish. We did the cries. See, I am keeping notes and keeping on top of it all. So I don't forget what I need to change. Uh-oh. Brick Break. Play rough. And I think you must finish it off now, I imagine. Because the scary thing is it will probably set up the water, which isn't going to help us either. But I'm guessing nobody takes this unless the computer does. I don't get a good selection to pick, do I? For the main run, I guess. What did we get? Maybe take this for the fire gem. Because it'll be faster than everything I face. Yeah, that'll be sensible, I think. we'll go for the fire gym. Counter at least. Like, none of them are that. I know Sandslash would have been cool to have on the team, but it's pretty useless for everything I've got to face. So, yeah. So if we go Acid Spray, and what are we using on the Togetic then? Mystical Fire. Is that what you're thinking? To lower the special attack? Or Magical Flame? Yeah, I get Play Rough is there. Play Rough is physical, which is why I'm confused. Why we decided it would be best for this Pokemon, but I guess you can go Play Rough. It is double resisted. It's more just the secondary effect is very nice. But just go for Play Rough for now, see what happens. It can also do a little damage. Like, this is what we were always going to be scared of, the surf. This is the problem with Palkia, it has the spread move. This is one where you kind of need a wide guarder. So let's go for something easy next time. Let's go for Heatran, I think. Unless I can get like a good heal here. I'm not 100% sure Gastrodon has Water Absorb on this. I think it has a weaker ability. Like the dream one to get is... well, it might have Water Absorb. You want the Maractus because it's got Storm Drain. That's why I went looking for the grass ones first. But I don't think Gastrodon has it. I think it has like the Sand Force or something move. Or something like just forgettable. I think that's the best way to word it. It's not that interesting what it has. Because then Maractus is something you would never consider taking on any of these DAs, if we're honest. They're kind of just a bit of a pain. I'm still going to try Avalanche this time. You can do, I guess. It's not going to make too much difference. If it hits, it's going to do... It will make the dragon move hit less hard as well. It's one of those. If you do Dynamax, if you're going to die, you're going to die to Surf. Put it that way. And it will be game over. So it's not like you've done anything wrong. You'll die to Surf whichever way we go. But Boy from Belgium may get a good cheer in. We may get lucky with a hill chair because the Rosalia will die to the Surf as well. This may just survive. Something like that. The other thing you could consider, do Max Starfall first time, and... Oh no, he's going to go for this on you. Dear. Well, never mind. What I was going to say is you could have gone for Max Flare to weaken the water moves. I think Gastrodon can have Storm Drain, it just doesn't have it in this. That's probably what it is. Right. Let's see, did we start with something shiny? We are on 1 in 300, right? I'm reluctantly going to take the Basculin. Yeah, some of the moves, like some of the abilities change around quite a lot. I'm taking this because it's going to be good against the Fire Gym. So if you want now, you can set up a Heatran one. Maybe we'll try Heatran, then we'll do one of Boy from Belgium's. Or what do you have actually? Mesprit. Oh, Boy from Belgium won't do Mesprit, he's already got that one. Okay, well, I'll go into it. I won't press confirm. The only difference you need to do from hosting is you need to press the invite bit first after you put the code in. And then you'll see the two of us, unless somebody else does want to become the fourth. Now, we can go for this one. Heat Tran's really easy. You pretty much just need a ground type and it'll quite effective. Don't consider fire because I think it has flash fire, even though you're facing a steel type. You don't really, or it has water absorb or something stupid, doesn't it? That's Volcanion. Okay, so no worries. If you want, do Suicune, because we said about Suicune earlier anyway, and we were all happy to do Suicune. It's so easy to overwrite the paths. The worst thing you're going to find here is if you catch the Suicune and don't take it, and you want to keep it, make sure you press yes. Because the question is, do you want to save the path? Even if you've got it saved, and if you press no, it will delete it. I've done it so many times. But once you get free, that's when it gets really strict with how many you can save. It's horrible. But even if it's on your free, if you press no, it will delete the one you've saved, unless we die. Okay. And Bush Brother's just got a BRB, so he'll be back in a second. But it's one of those, you think I'm just going to button bash because you've got it on your list. I just want to get out, and you'll press no and it deletes it. Like when we were doing our shiny hunting all the dark type Pokemon, I had Guzzlord and I spammed too fast and deleted it because Guzzlord was easier to do than Yveltal. And the funny thing was, I got the Guzzlord in April shiny, and it was the last one of all of the legendaries we faced. So it was kind of nice that we did get it in the end. And that shows the counter of my luck. Like Guzzlord on that save was about the third DA. Moltres was the second. Landorus over 100 and we never got it. And we kind of gave up on it. When we do more direct paths, I will start adding stuff into the hunts at the bottom of the screen. I know it's a little bit blank at the moment, but we're sat on 0 and I can't put anything in recent. Yeah, so I imagine it's just the three of us. Right, we know this is Suicune now, boy from Belgium, before we start. Okay, so electric grass, happy with that? And then the next one we'll do one of your lake spirits. Not sure, I don't really mind which one. As long as you tell us which one, that's good. Oh, I know what I'm taking. Oh, I'm taking this. Oh. You've already got Heatran, have you? I didn't realise you had got Heatran. So with our team, we want the easiest path available rather than trying to be clever here. So we should go left, middle, probably the bug one. I didn't know you would have had oh, you got a non-shiny Heatran. Okay. Well, that helps. It's all worked out perfectly then. But as you say, you're hopefully going to get probably go for the family pass, are you? Or are you just going to go for a second account on NSO? You can Dynamax if you want. No, it's not a problem here. So I was looking at the prices in England, and the solo non-upgrade stuff, the basic online solo account, is £18 a month. But if you want the GameCube stuff, it's 33, 34. But the family for basic online, so no GameCube, you get 8 profiles for £31. So it's just so much nicer all round, really. Now, I'm not even going to consider upgrading until I really decide I want to play Gale of Darkness. Uh-oh. That's... This is going to be a fun run. Did you even use an electric move? I swear it didn't get a chance to use it. As we said, the computer will probably swap. Let it do whatever it wants to do. We've got a team that will walk this. And that's the joy of a metal sounder. I don't quite get it. I thought you were faster, if I'm honest, but that's the joy of having a metal sounder. Or a screecher, depending on what sort of attacks you're doing. Because both of you are special attackers. It's an individual expansion. I'm pretty sure I could only get family. That's where it's a bit frustrating for you, I guess, because that's like 50. So it's an extra 20 quid to play some old GameCube games, basically. But you wanted the GameCube games. So that's the other way of looking at it. So you could... The difference is it depends how much you want to do with separate paths. Maybe you could try and find some people that also want the expansion pass on a family plan and sort of share it. Because you can give it to people that aren't in the same household as you. And then you can sort of share the fee between you all. Okay, I'm going to do the same. I'm not going to Dynamax. There is that as well. But again, if you do the family plan, like even if you're giving yourself 2 of the accounts, you've got 6 more. So if you found 6 people that wanted Nintendo Online, and even if you turn around to them and said, you can be on my path, on my plan, if you give me €10 or something a year, you can stay on it and it'll cover it. Because they get everything with it. It can be an individual Switch and everything. This silly little thing used Endure, didn't it? That's the way to look at it. Like, I know people who do that. Like, again, you have the 8 plans. You've only got to give them permission to use it, really. And I think the one on the left is a Jellicent, so that should be pretty easy to destroy as well. Same strat, metal sound, electric, grass, bang bang, gone. And it might be quite a good thing for the computer to take, because it does have water absorb. Now, if the Roselia swaps, it swaps. There's nothing we can do. But I think our team is good, because like your Leaf Storm's going to get so powerful. And between us, we're not going to be doing any stat increasing moves on our side, are we? So that would be a key thing to remember. So if we did one that had increased our special attack, it would actually lower the contrary. There's these little things. Frustrating, but out of these 3, I guess I'll probably take the Jellicent. Oh, you've just got plus, I think, on this. That's what I had when I did the Toxtricity. Just use the electric moves, to be honest. You'll have plenty. We won't need all 15, because you have to remember, in DH you only get 10 rounds to beat the Pokemon or you'll get kicked out. And it's very, very rare to near impossible to survive 10 rounds without either losing or knocking it out. And I think once my Metal Sound goes off, between you should do big damage. Just the 2 of you should be at least half of it, maybe all of it. And I think Leaf Storm is stronger. Ooh, an icy wind. Dodge. Of course, only the computer dodged. I think it's 10 turns. Right. But as I say, just be careful at the end of this. Like, I can't really show you on screen what I'm doing because it would save this automatically for me. But if you watch my screen before going through any of the bit when you talk to the lady, I can show you the basics of the English text so you can read what it's going to say. And I'll just explain through the bit that's slightly different for you. But I can't do that until we're there. Because I don't have 3 on my list, I can't completely show you. But I'll save this as well. And then I'll save the one we do with Boy from Belgium. And then we'll do like the other lake spirit that he has. Or like maybe that'll be... well, yeah, we could do both the lake spirits and I can show you the third option of what the text says. Because I've got Palkia saved now. I might go and speak to the lady and save whatever she has as well. Again, nobody really needs to swap here. We're pretty good. You've got to see what the options are. I think that's a good change from the computer. But it'll probably change again knowing our luck. It's one of those things that the game would be quite good if you could change the language once you started. Ooh, the computer didn't want to swap. So that would be a nice addition, to be honest. Like, we're a long way from that ever happening, but it would be nice if it could do something. Because this is the tutorial Pokemon, I think it's actually one of the easiest to beat. I think it has a lot of status stuff. But be careful with pressure. I don't think Nil needs to worry too much. It's only Boy from Belgium. If we save the Dynamax for Nil, if we do get that far, we could maybe put Max Lightning up. Does that make it technically Lightning? No, it doesn't, I don't think, so it doesn't make too much difference. But even doing that much on this is ridiculous. You missed Boy from Belgium. At least you get another go before we get hit again. That's the key thing. Now, I think we finish it in this turn, to be honest. I'm going to get another metal sound before you use your electric move as well. So I think we might just win with... okay, didn't get another one, but it will be dead in 2 turns. It's going to hit one of us, but if it's not... it doesn't have a spread move, I don't think. So hopefully, well, that's fine. It's fine. We'll be okay. Yes, it saw you as the threat. Bye-bye, Toxicity. Water Pulse, see? It doesn't have the strongest of moves. That's why it's the tutorial Pokemon. Right, I'm just going to go for Giga Impact. Doesn't make too much difference. I don't think it gets a go before us. Oof. Oof. I think Boy from Belgium used up all of his Leaf Storms. But that's a GG. We beat the water dog. Or cat. Whatever people want to call it. Yeah, so after this Boy from Belgium, if you set up one of your lake spirits, if you're still in for DAs, don't mind which one, as long as you tell us which one it is. And I'll show Neil the English text for this end bit. after you take something home. Unless the Sweet Coon's shiny, I'm probably taking the Jellicent, if I'm honest. Or any of the rest are shiny. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, Jellicent it is. I think this will be quite a good one to have on the team. For my challenge, won't it? For the speed run anyway. So, oh yes, I've just got to go for the Dex entry. So, it'll do the basic save, and it'll sort of say, do you want us to jot down the Pokemon that you might want on the first page? It will, obviously the Pokemon changes, and then you get an option. Do you want to challenge it again, yes or no? If you press no, it won't save it on your list. If you press yes, this will just put it on my list. If you've got 3, I'll show you on the next round what it will say with 3. I'm just going to hope that she's got something I can put on the list. Okay, we'll put this on the list. I'll show you the second part at the end of this one, because I can't do it until I've got 3 on my list. So I hit yes. Yeah, you didn't take the Sweet Coom home with you, did you? You can catch it, but just don't take it with you. If you, yeah, so you click yes, and it'll just, because you've already got that on the list, you won't get the trigger to delete something. I'll show you the next bit after this one. No, like, I'll show you the next bit is going to be after this one. We'll go through the next stage with you, because I've put 3 on my list. It's a bit more difficult to show when I only had 1, so I had to put 3 on there. On my other saves, because I just automatically cancel on everything. I go through it. I imagine it's just the 3 of us again, which is not a problem. And it is as elf. Okay, so we want Bug, Dark, Ghost, pretty much. Oh, good. Nothing to pick from. I'm going to take this for coverage on the way down. There really isn't anything good, is there? The Altaria is bulk, I guess. And obviously it's got a fire move if we find a bug. It's a really horrible selection for this Pokemon, to be honest. Yes. So, what do we have? We don't have anything here, do we? Really? What a horrible selection. Yeah, I couldn't see a single thing that actually helps us there. This is probably the best thing we could take, because if we can do some stat lowering moves, this can use simple to double it. So this might be something to consider taking. But for now, we'll just beat it first and see who's the weakest out of us all. I guess. I can't... I'm going to go Ice Punch, because there's the chance of freezing. I don't know what Boy from Belgium thinks is the best strategy here. I don't think he sees too many good options either. But as Elf's one that's really good to have on your list to do solo, because it's such an easy one to do. Normally, as soon as you can get like a bug or a dark type, you're good. Maybe something had a dark move that I didn't quite work out. That's the only thing that we can sort of take from this. Boy from Belgium, who do you reckon, or should anyone take this? I guess it's the next question. I'm going to go for this time. That sounds about right. I did a lot of the Azelf when we were trying to get it shiny, but this is actually one that will also go in the vault of spare shinies. Because the Azelf was one that we got in the last challenge. The War Turtle's the computer. I didn't know, were you happy that we take what we've got into the final at the moment? Or are they better en route, do you reckon? I didn't know if we could do some shenanigans with Simple mainly. That was sort of my thinking a little bit. Oof. I'm guessing you want to keep yours for light screen till the very, very end. But I couldn't even see like a dark move on anything. Which was the annoying thing. I bet you thought I was going for Max Hailstorm then, didn't you? If I'd known you were going Weather Boy, I would have gone for it. Well, we've all taken a big bit of damage. So there is that. I might want to take the Zartu on the run actually. Like, not this run, I meant for the game run. Something I've never really used. Okay, well I'll take this then. I don't mind. Like, we can try a bit of Simple to break abilities as well, couldn't we? And that can work in our favour. Like, a few broken. Like, we can get rid of pressure. If we do get a stat changing move, it would be good. I guess. It will help the team out. Confuse Ray as well. Why not? So this could work out well for us, I think. So the choice is: do we want to go? Should we go Dragon and gamble? Maybe. Do you want to gamble, boy from Belgium? See whether you can get something better for this. I think Neil should stick because we can do the Starfall. But if you want to gamble, you can. It could work out. We could finally get something. That's good. That is good. We got something that helps. Yeah, I know you're going to be quad weak if it does use Blizzard, but we might as well risk it to get the extra fairy hit. Why not? I may go for Confuse Ray first instead of Simple. I literally just bash the B button when I know I'm not swapping. I don't touch the A button anymore. That's how I treat the scientist. Unless we sort of said you can have a gamble. The A button is not an option anymore. Durant is female. Okay, I didn't even know that it had a gender difference. But never mind. It's going to be annoying, this thing, isn't it? So we got Metal Sound, which can also help. Apart from you're faster than me, so maybe you can go for a bug move. Oh, so I didn't even know that they were shiny different colours. I should probably look at my list of gender different shinies, to be honest. It's a silly long list, but I just didn't know Durant was on there. Boom, 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 boom. So I don't think anybody wants to take this, do they? Of the three of us. Now I think if we play a bit of Simple and you can Metal Sound at least the second turn, we could do some silly damage with it, couldn't we? Maybe. The problem is I can't really do too much damage myself in the final. Because I've only got like 2 moves. They're both pretty neutral. But I guess Psychic can also help. But this is not much help in the final, is it? Between the three of us. So I don't think we need to. I thought it was something like only the Jellicents, to be honest. Right, what have we got? Oh, El Creamy. What are we facing? I think we go... No, El Creamy's scary, actually, with our team. I don't know. They're both scary, actually. Because El Creamy has Decorate. Okay. So it's only the shiny is pink. Okay. And the way you said it made it look like the one shiny was one colour and the other shiny was another colour. That's the way I read that. So on paper, this will be good for Nil to take, won't it? I think. It's going to be hard to beat this though. That's the only problem. We do like our big giant man. Who's the giant man? Or is this an Ant-Man reference that I didn't get? Oh yes, you have the still move. Boost our defences. Nice. Heat wave. Burn the cake. Burn the cake. That's gonna hurt. I've gone simple. Because I don't have much. Should I take this then, or do you think Neil should take this? That is the question. I really did think Zatu was faster than it is. Not gonna lie. It feels like I'm like the slowest on the field. Whoever's the lowest health. Okay. And then I guess I could decorate to go with your metal sound if I take it, which could work better than my simple. Maybe. That would work. But then, I don't know, does Azelf have a fairy move? Because the thing is, I can't really hurt the Azelf, so this would be probably better for me. But the problem comes when Neil has very little health and I have very little health. So I don't know which is a better move to do. Maybe we could just set up weakening it. But I don't know. So I guess Neil's going to take this. And then we can save this for the Dynamax. Does Decorate do special and physical attack buffs? Okay. So Neil, you take this. I'm going to use simple. If you use metal sound, and if you first move, for the first move, use decorate on the Durant if you can. Unless you can use it on yourself, which I don't think you can. But if you try and use it on the Durant, it will boost the attack, I believe. We'll check before we confirm that. We'll check before we say. I can look at your moves in English before we say it's the right thing to do. So don't rush into it, don't worry. I just want to see what attacks it does do. So that, yeah, this does attack and special attack. So if you do it on a Durant this turn, we'll get a boost on that for the bug move, and if we do one metal sound, on the next go, if you Dynamax into your fairy move, I can't remember what it is, but it does something funky. I think it actually heals you, but it's called like G-Max Finale or something, because it's a Gigantamax form that you've caught there. So it'll be very, very different to the normal fairy move, but it's a good move to go for. And then because we've got the boost on the Durant, we should be pretty good. I could try a Confuse Ray, you know, why not? I kind of want to take the Alcremie at the end of this, if I'm honest. And as I said, at the end of this, I'll show you the English text when you've got a list of 3. That should work. Okay. Big Cake survives. Double metal sound technically. Severely fails. That might now have like -6 special defense. It probably does with that move. And I think this heals us, or you. Oh, it heals all of us. Nice. Yes, and that if you can't catch it, it will say you've it'll say something along the lines of success. But unless I get the shiny, of course. Even if you take something home that isn't the legendary, it will tell you the same text. Like some people use the DAs to actually complete the Pokedex. If you're doing the Professor Oak's challenge, if you include this area, getting every single Pokemon in here is actually part of the Professor Oak's challenge. And you can imagine how nightmarish that would be. Again, it's not a shiny one, but it's still, you've got to hope the things you haven't got turn up. Zatu, Dragonair, Alcremie, and Azelf. Right. Right. I'm going to take the Alcremie. No shiny. Makes sense, I have been doing that on your stream so far. Okay. Vanilla Cream. No nickname. Added to the party. So, we're back at the bit where it does the save. So now it's got different text. So this is what your one should be saying to you now. So this is when you haven't got it on the list of 3. So it's the old ear. It looks like you've run out of space for any more notes. Are there any older records you would like to erase? And then it will bring this up. So you get to pick these. You can get rid of one if you want. If you don't, just press no thanks will be. And I'm going to get rid of Kiram because I don't want Kiram. And so it will just delete that. There is no are you sure? So that's probably what happened with the heat trap. So that should help a little bit. And you've gone straight back to offering me Kiram. Right. If you know for a fact that if you know you've got 3 on your list and you've done a random one, as soon as you get to that screen, just start bashing B. That's my best bit of advice. Shall we just try another Azelf because it was pretty easy? And that'll be the last one for today. See if we can finally get a shiny on the list. Or somebody else a shiny. Remember, I don't have the shiny charm, so I'm 1 in 300 on these. So it is up and ready when people want to join. Yeah, so I think it's just the three of us, so we can just run and jump into this one. For this challenge, all of the VODs are going up on the YouTube channel, so no editing, just the pure basic ones. This can work. We're not getting nice Pokemon, are we? There isn't anything truly great to pick from, so Starmie at the end is probably the best of the whole lot. I don't like the light going for that one. There's not too much, it's mostly just the VODs, but we've got a few channels through the years. And we got a bug at the end. I guess that'll have to do. Now, I'm not convinced that we take the Sneasel, but if we have to, we have to. Most of the YouTube is just the VODs, really. We've had some older stuff and maybe like the roundup videos, which we've been trying when we've done like the monthly challenges. We can get rid of it, but maybe not now. That is my thinking. Right, I'm gonna do the simple beam again. You can just go for your superpower if you want. Like, it should do big damage or rock blast. Like, because if we get the bug at the end, you'll probably be very good against the bug. That'll be kind of key. So maybe Boy from Belgium takes this? Or should I take this? I hate using Sneasel at the beginning. But I think we may just have to go through Sigilif as well. So you've also got the rock move on Sigilif. So that is an option. But then we got two. If I take this, we've got... but I think Simple might work good with the Max Flutterby on the bug type at the end. So I guess this is... Boy from Belgium, do you want this? Because it'll be just as good against Sigilif. With Dark and Ice. And your Dark moves may be a little bit better. If I can do... Oh, how did you get so much damage on your dinosaur? What did it do to you? Ice move did that much damage, wow. So the thing here is, if you want to swap to this and then swap into the Bugneel, you can, because this has a flying move. I didn't even know it took that much damage. That was the thing, I didn't see the Sneasel actually attack. I'm going to do the same. But then you can go for Max Darkness, can't you, here? And that's fine. Yeah, I was going to make a proper... One of my channels is just the shiny reactions, but they weren't very good, like when we were doing proper shiny hunts. But I have only just been able to verify that channel to have long enough videos, so that's why most of my stuff is on just the plain Voices Lock channel, annoyingly. Be a kid. So there is that to consider. Maybe the rock move could do the big damage, you never know. Okay, that's going to go for the dinosaur, isn't it? Going for you, that's going to hurt. Okay. So because Neil's probably going to be the bug anyway, you might as well take this so you have full health for that battle. Whatever we do. think that'll be the smart thing, because then you can just Dynamax and use your flying move. And then you can take the bug at the end. That's going to probably be best altogether. And in the final, we'll just see what the hells look like, really. I imagine Boy from Belgium needs to look for an Eviolite. I think there's items en route to this next one. Okay. I'm not completely sure what the bug is, to be honest. So the computer could work with Sigilif actually as well. Woo! But I guess the Sneasel is kind of crucial for the final. Oh, that's a good swap for the computer then. It is completely up to you, to be honest. It is your choice. Like, if you swap, you've got the flying move that you can Dynamax. You could get lucky here and get a citrus berry, if that would work really nicely for you. And this is Excelgor, so this has acid spray. So this is kind of big to get on the team. So we'll be pretty much supporting for the most part. Quick Claw, maybe? I know this battle may cost us some lives, I will say that. I do think we may struggle a little bit. It just depends what the computer wants to go for. It could just go Rain Dance. It could try Acid Spray on us, which doesn't hurt that much. Be enough to knock Neo out, but... And so you probably saw Life Orb. But if you took the... No, actually it's not worth it in this battle, because... And that's the thing, it always screws you over with the worst items. Right, I need to really do damage to this, don't I? None of you are going to do moves that are going to lower it, so I might as well just do my flying move. It's probably going to attack me, isn't it? Of course it is. We're in danger. Across the board now. Oh. White herb. It worked. Lash out. Okay. And maybe we get lucky with the rock blasts. Ooh, if you get 4, I think we win. I don't think 3 is going to be quite enough. No. Didn't even get to that far. We'll do this. We might get him. You had the Boy from Belgium item. Well, bye-bye. But you're going to be taking this for the next round, so that's not a problem, to be honest. The plan is going to be simple by me, acid spray by you, and let Boy from Belgium do all the damage with his dark special moves or max darkness. That's the special one. That's pretty much all we can do. It's one of these where we weaken everything ourselves and then let someone else do all the dirty work. You probably only do... What I could say is do acid spray first turn. If I've used simple before you, just go for it. Your acid spray is the second one down. We'll go through the move for the second round depending on what my Pokemon does first. I think that's going to be the best way to put this. If I can get simple first move, because I've got the quick claw, then you won't do acid spray a second turn, because it will do 4 times and you can just go for your bug move, which I think is special. And Boy from Belgium, as we say, is just going to spam the dark moves if it survives. Like, we're all in a bit of danger here. Simple beam, go. Because if I don't trigger the quick claw, then it doesn't make too much difference. Like, we're only going to be 2 down, so we may have to do double acid spray. Or is there another plan? Oh, quick claw, that's huge. That is big, big, big. So on your next go for your bug move. Because that's going to drop it by 4 times. It's not too much to worry. That's bad. That's bad. That's very bad. So, yeah. But I think... I'm gonna do this. Does it show you the symbols next to it? Is there like one's a circle and one's like a comic book BAM sign? Because you want the swirly one if possible. That's specials. I think one's struggle bug and the other one's bug buzz. So one will lower its special attack. I think the weaker one lowers its special attack. I think. Oh, it was bug buzz. Okay, that's the big scary move now. Oof. It is up to Excel. I think we've lost. Maybe simple is not a good thing to use against Azel. Never mind. I think we were just a bit unlucky that it went for nasty plot. No, it survived. I did not see that surviving. So that's a win then. So that's a GG. Good luck with the shinies, everyone. Nothing to worry about. We are never in danger. And as we said, tomorrow we'll be back with the next chapter in the Violet run through. So we're going to try and get a ton of catches, a ton of gems done. Now, I actually thought the Sigilif had died. I don't know how it survived, but yes. Okay. So then we can all jump across and watch Boy from Belgium's shaman hunting. We will arrange a raid. So there's nothing on there. Sadly. So no shiny. So do I want to keep it this time? I make sure I press yes, because I've already got this on the list. If I press no, it will delete it. And then write it down for me. It doesn't ask to delete anything, it just remembers. So yeah. So what is the time on here? 2 hours, 59 minutes. Perfect. So thank you to everyone who got involved today, helped with some DAs. We have a team of 4 good Pokemon, so we can still start maybe with 2 next time we do this one. And yeah, but that's this chapter done. We'll be back, as we say, with Violet tomorrow. hopefully we can start getting some shinies on the tracker. We're a bit behind.